not gonna lie, it kind of makes me sad that I'm giving away this motor. Just listen to how happy she is. She's like, don't let me go, Tucker. We've had so many memories.
So I've been in the really bad habit of letting this fuel tank almost get empty every time. I think the thing is diesel is so expensive now that every time I think I'll just wait till the last minute and maybe the prices will drop, but they never do. Diesel here is $4.99 a gallon, and this pump is super weird. I have to like hold it or else it's gonna fly out. Anyway, today's plan, I wanna just go up, fly around old school classic vlog style, talk about whatever we see on the ground. And I'm gonna go to a different park tonight and we're gonna fly around one of the reservoirs, which is nearly empty. I think they said it's at like 43%. I guess that's not nearly empty, but that's like super low because New Jersey's like experiencing record droughts right now. $132, not a record, but a lot. So tonight I'm flying the giveaway paramotor. In case you've been living under a rock, I'm giving away this Parajet Maverick. This is the one I've been flying most often in all the recent videos. And it's actually somewhat of a special engine. The motor on this is a factory, I believe 2018 edition, which means it has the CNC crankcase and all the cool bits and features. And I just went through and did like all the maintenance stuff. I did the piston, the rings, the cylinder, the head even. I did all new gaskets in the carburetor, exhaust bushing, everything. I cleaned her up, made sure she's ready to go for the next proud new owner. And if you're not a paramotor pilot, the guys at Aviator Paramotor pitched in for training. So whoever gets this fresh paramotor will get training as well. Pretty freaking sweet if you ask me. The way to get entered, go to tuckergott.com, first link in the description, and every $5 spent on the web store gets you one entry to win the whole package. We're about halfway through the giveaway right now. It ends on September 27th, so make sure you get entered. And we dropped all these new cool designs, like the paracamping design. We've got the space design and the calculated risk in pursuit of maximum enjoyment. So I'm gonna fly her tonight, and this might be the last flight I ever take on this paramotor before one of you guys take it home. The last time I was going to fly, I set up and I was in between two like really mellow rainstorms, and it started to drizzle before I got off the ground, so I aborted mission. But my wing's still a little bit damp, so I'm gonna let her dry off before we go fly.
Yes, sir. Motor's purred along back there. She is running great. And I'm wearing my puffy jacket because it's starting to feel more and more like fall out here in New Jersey. And I don't like it. Well, here's the reservoir. We recently did get a decent amount of rain for like a couple days, but not near enough to reverse this drought. And this is probably the lowest I've ever seen it. Like, there's never a shore right here. So we're just gonna kind of circumnavigate this whole reservoir and tell some stories along the way. Back and to my left is Planet Fitness, where I have a membership, but I should go more often, but I don't. And my foot's already soaked. It goes right through these shoes. These are my paramotoring shoes. They're completely blown out. They have seen probably several miles worth of foot drags. Damn, that's crazy. So normally you can see the water line way up there, and that's how much lower it is. Is that a swan? Man, it smells bad over here. It's like all the crustaceans that were once underwater are now surfaced, and they reek. And there's old tires and junk, as classic New Jersey style would be. Man, how do so many tires get back here? Do people just dump them? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I've seen like at least 10 at this point. Hey look, a stand-up paddleboardist. What's up, homie? She's just out here meditating. And I come by to f*** up your day. It's okay. I'm in and I'm out. Not gonna bother her. So here's a fun story for you guys. Y'all know what one wheels are, right? I was at this party last week. Big party. Several hundred people there. So I show up to this party on my one wheel, and I ride over and I introduce myself to this guy, and I turn my back to my one wheel for maybe a minute and a half. Buddy and I chatted up a little bit. I turned around, my one wheel's gone. I turned to my buddy and I'm like, hey, what happened to my one wheel? I don't see it. And he's like, oh, some drunk guy stole it. So I look down the street, and sure enough, drunk guy is on my one wheel just cruising. And I'm like, well, problem solved. He's on his way back. Not. Immediately, I could tell Buddy was going straight up mock Jesus on my one wheel, which, if you know anything about one wheels, you never go mock Jesus. So immediately I could tell Buddy was doomed. When you go too fast on a one wheel, they nosedive, which happens around 20 miles per hour. Immediately I could see it coming, and sure enough, one wheel nosedives on the asphalt going down the street 20 miles an hour. Drunk guy falls off, smacks his forehead on the pavement, and rolls several times to a stop, ends up on his back, and stops moving completely. A crowd of people witness this event. They run over to assist drunk guy. People start putting napkins on his forehead, asking him if he needs an ambulance. I believe there were like 2 nurses or medics on scene. They ran over to assist the guy. Long story short, Buddy was actually quite alright. I think his head took the brunt of the impact, which is kind of scary because he wasn't covered in road rash on any other part of his body, which is rare. And he declined any medical assistance. But anyway, I was left with this weird moral conflict because I personally felt really bad that this accident happened on my one wheel. The other side tells me that this guy was completely responsible for his own actions. He took it upon himself to steal my one wheel, essentially. Didn't ask permission, he just hopped on it and took off. Obviously didn't know how to ride it. Damn, this has been dry so long, there's like grass sprouting everywhere. It's almost Iceland-esque. Except in Iceland it's moss and lava rock. And there's no fucking abandoned tires. Or plastic chairs. Dude, there's straight up a white plastic chair in the middle of this reservoir. I wonder if that washed there, or if someone came out here with their plastic chair to sit. Anyway, this is that stream I was talking about, and I'm gonna try my best to follow it like I did the other night and foot drag some of it. However, we're downwind as shit right now, so I'm going like way fast, and some of these turns are just too tight to even fully accomplish. So far so good though. These little rapids feel so cool on your heel. It goes from like little vibrations, woo, sheesh, to glassy smooth to vibrations. Okay, lift up and then touch down again. Ah! Ah! This is so challenging. We are hauling balls downwind. Oh, Jesus! Okay. Hell yeah! That was sick! So there is the reservoir. All dry and such. And behind me, there's the stream that we just zigzagged. Got all the people down there just playing tennis. Every single one of them has their own little story, their own emotions. Where will they all go in life? What will they become? I'm just up here having an existential crisis. That's where I went to high school. Looks like they're having some type of soccer match. Maybe a football practice. It's crazy to think that was 10 years ago. I'm 27 now. Yo, so this one time, I used to build like quadcopters when I was younger. Why'd my voice just crack? And I built this quadcopter like before drones were a thing. Like you had to go out and solder your PCBs and stuff. I made this quadcopter that had retractable arms so that you could transport it really easily. Come to find out, that was a dumb idea because the arms could retract in flight and I didn't have a locking mechanism. So I was getting this sick shot of the courtyard, and luckily, like, It was after most of the kids went home. And I'm straight up coming through the courtyard right there, and the one arm retracts, and I lose control, and the thing freaking pile drives right into the center of the courtyard. Tune in next time for more stories of my high school experience. So what I want to do with this motor, since I recently added all the brand new parts, the carb gaskets, everything, I want to make sure she's running perfect. So what you can do to tell if your mixture is right is check the plug color, but the proper way to check your plug color is by running the motor at full power for like 30 seconds and then just killing the engine at full power, and that'll give you like the most accurate reading of the plug color. So that's what we're going to do, and then I'll show you guys the plug color once we land. So full power, and we're going to kill it in 3, 2, 1. That's kind of scary. It makes you feel like something went horribly wrong. Okay, so a preview of the content that is coming soon. Tomorrow, my buddy Dan and I are doing a mission where we are going to take our paramotors about 60 miles that way, which is Philadelphia, right on the skyline. And I can barely see it like right now, but we're going to fly basically as close as you legally can fly to Philadelphia.
I would say that looks pretty damn near perfect. Nice and dark. It's a brand new plug, so there's not a lot on it, but yeah. It smells nice. So I attempted to get some sweet gimbal shots of the giveaway motor on my one wheel. Failed miserably. Way harder than it looks. But anyway, I guess that's it. Another flight, another sunset, another gorgeous adventure. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I feel like I go through these phases where I'm like, I want to make content that has like more production value and is more polished and more thought. And then I just feel like doing stuff like this where I just go out and talk about whatever comes to mind. Please leave me some feedback if you've watched till this point. Do you want to see more content like this, or do you want to see more polished, thoughtful stuff? Regardless, we've got the Philadelphia mission and we've got the paracamping coming up very soon. So stay tuned for that. Speaking of paracamping t-shirt, make sure you check out the web store and get an order placed before the 27th of September, and you might just win this shiny paramotor. I guess till the next episode, have fun, fly safe, peace.